Hello, this is Eric Sternad. I'm the Executive Director at Interface Children Family Services, and I'd like to be the first to welcome you to the agency. Welcome to the team. It's my pleasure to spend a little bit of time with you talking about the agency's mission, vision, and values. These are core concepts that we have put together as an organization. In some cases, we put them together as an entire staff. And these are concepts that really represent the aspirations for the agency, the goals that we have, and the agreements that we have with each other as staff to be able to really work as a team and pull in the same direction. So we start with thinking about our mission. Now, what is a mission statement? A mission statement is basically a simple statement that describes the purpose of an organization's existence. Why does Interface exist in our community to do what we do? So our mission at the agency is to strengthen children, families, and communities to be safe, healthy, and thriving. That is our reason for being. Some corporations we are a corporation, we are a nonprofit corporation, and so some corporations exist to provide money back to their shareholders, or to build a certain part of an industry, or to make products or things like that. A nonprofit exists for the purpose of fulfilling its nonprofit mission. So Interface's mission is to strengthen children, families, and communities to be safe, healthy, and thriving. So I want you to think about the work that you're going to be going into one of the Interface teams, and think about the way in which you might be working out that mission in your teams and in your department. So let's break down that mission a little bit to some of its component parts to make it a little bit easier to understand. When we talk about this mission, a lot of the staff at Interface, myself included, gets really excited about the idea of strengthening, of that word strengthening. So we don't actually make families do things. We don't tell people what to do in their lives. What we do is we work to strengthen their capacity to be able to do better in their lives. And so we're strengthening children, families, and communities. So think about the breadth of that. Yes, we are a child-serving organization. That's true. We serve a lot of children in our 2-on-1 work, in our sheltering work, in our mental health services, and then sometimes and sometimes dedicated programs like our early child family development program. So yes, we serve children, but we recognize that if we're going to be successful in helping children to have better lives, to develop in a healthy way into young adults and adults, then we really need to strengthen and work with that family as well. So it's children and family. So we're working with children, but in the context of strengthening and working with their families. Likewise, we understand that the family is a powerful engine for our society. And when a family is doing well, then usually the children are doing well within that family. And yet, we all recognize that you can have a healthy child, you can have a healthy family, but if they live in a community that's not healthy, or is dangerous for them, or is underdeveloped in some way, then that's going to make it much harder for that family to succeed. So we recognize that the work that we need to do can't just stop at the child level, can't stop at the family level, has to extend all the way to the community level. So some of the work we do is really built to strengthen whole communities. And it's because we believe that when we do that, we're going to be able to then make it that much easier for families to be able to thrive and do well. And then they can in turn be there to strengthen their own children. So think about our mission: strengthening children, families, and communities to be safe, healthy, and thriving. It's really a kind of a nesting of work that we're going to do at the child level, at the family level, and then at the community level. So what are we doing then in strengthening those three groups, those three children, families, and communities? Well, what we're achieving, our mission is, our purpose for being is to strengthen them so that they might have safety, they might have health, and that they might thrive. So now think about that from the perspective of a progression. We all recognize, and many of us know, the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that safety comes first. If your personal safety is threatened, well, then you're going to have a hard time focusing on your health. You're certainly going to have a hard time focusing on thriving in life or getting on to your dreams, because you're going to be worried about your own personal safety. So we recognize that safety has to come first. So think about some of the programs that Interface does that really are responsible for helping kids and families and communities to be safe to start with. So our domestic violence work, our runaway homeless youth work, the mental health work that we do that might relate to making sure that children are safe in their home. So these are programs that really help focus on basic safety first. So that's why we've sequenced it that way in the mission statement. Safety, health, and thriving. So once safety is achieved, now we can really start to think about how to help our clients to become more healthy. And this is health in the broadest sense of the term. So it's mental health as well as the physical health. It's a knowledge of what are healthy family dynamics versus those that are unhealthy. It's a knowledge that a teenager might have about how to spot and identify and get away from a potentially abusive relationship. So we think again about health in the broadest sense of the term, but it really follows on and is only possible once those basic safety concerns are addressed first. And then finally is the thriving. So it's not good enough for us as a mission to say, well, yeah, we help people to be safe and then we help them to start to do better in their lives. But we really want to do more than that. We want kids and families and communities to be doing so well that they are now starting to get onto their dreams and aspirations for life. What is it that they really wanted to do in the first point, and when they started a family, or what are the aspirations for a child as they develop, or a community? We want our kids, families, and communities to really get to that final stage where they're really thriving. So that's our mission statement: strengthening children, families, and communities to be safe, healthy, and thriving. And I want you to be thinking about that as you start your work time with Interface. Think about that at your team level. What is the position that you have, and what are the ways that you can contribute to this overall mission? It's really powerful when an organization, now we have about 250 staff, are all working towards that same mission. And I've seen it happen and really believe that a group that is really focused around a singular purpose can achieve a lot. So that's the mission at Interface. Strengthening children and families and communities to be safe, healthy, and thriving.